Fail.
Hi, I'm Joel.
Hi, I'm Kenny.
Hi, I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Omar.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
Hi, I'm Harold.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Hi, I'm Kyra.
And I'm Wyndon, and this is my speech on why students walked out for teachers and why you should too. On November 17, 2018, students walked out at several different high schools around Hillsborough County. Most people assume teenagers are only thinking about themselves, so the big question is, why would they do this? Well, the main reason students were walking out was not because of themselves, but because of the teachers in Florida. Teachers are continuously barred with striking, but still feel the need to. This is because of 2018 in Hillsborough County, they were told if they were effective under the evaluation system for 3 years and a 4-year employment with the district would get a $4K bump for the teachers working underneath them. And according to Stephanie Baxter Jenkins, the executive director of Hillsborough County Classroom Teachers Association, the union of teachers, but now the school and district says that the raises will cost around $17 million, and they simply just do not have the money to do that. And it is true that the district is strapped for cash. According to their website, one of the most frequently asked questions is about their budget shortfall and how there's just been a long-standing of issues. And as Florida came out of the recession, student growth resumed, but funding was never fully restored. Therefore, in trying to keep up with student growth, about $1 billion in debt was accumulated between 1994 and 2014. Thus, half of the current revenue of the district goes to paying off the debt. However, the Hillsborough Classroom Teachers Association acknowledges this and knows that the district is paying off the debt. Even considering this, the association thinks that it is feasible to provide at least a small pay raise for some teachers, especially given the fact that the association has been in negotiations with the school district since May regarding raises, and the district has even agreed to raises knowing full well their budget just doesn't work. This problem goes much deeper, however, stemming from an overall lack of appreciation for teachers' professionalism. And at the district level, this looks like a lack of prioritization to pay teachers. The district has resorted to what should be the last resort, not paying teachers what they deserve. Overall, however, salaries have rose a total of $987 million in 2018 and over $1 billion in 2019. According to Marilyn Sokol, expert reporter on Hillsborough County Schools, this means that someone is getting a raise, just not the teachers. And after having such previous negotiations, you would expect this money to be going to the teachers since they were promised their pay raises, but instead it is going to administrators that they're now hiring to pay over $100K a year. And of 2016 and 2017, they brought about 131, and according to that same reporter, there's a lot of ways that they could reduce spending by lowering either the amount that these administrators are making or lower the amount of people being hired. Legal bills which the district has mounted due to lawsuits and regulatory complaints are all examples of deprioritization for public schools and undervaluing teachers. This is not just an issue at the district level, but it's also at the state level. According to the advocacy group Fund Education, now the Florida legislature has been defunding the education system since around 1999, and so much so that the state has one of the lowest per pupil spending. We need to prioritize public education, which means valuing our teachers, and this goes for our entire country. In 2009, the U.S. only spent around 25% of its capital GDP on the secondary education, and Austria spent about 30%, Italy spent around 25%. And according to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, Economic Policy Initiative and others argue that cutting school budgets and teacher salaries will only hurt the economy by giving teachers less spending power and students less earning power. study authors agreed that increasing education spending would decrease poverty and promote economic growth, and that decreasing education spending would do the opposite. Therefore, policymakers should pass the Fair Teaching Act to increase teachers' salaries, and this would also reform the pay system to reward effectiveness. This would also allow for the school district to keep its commitment, and until then, just as students showed up for all those teachers walking out of the classrooms when they know that their teachers can't go striking now. We need to do something by calling our lawmakers and telling them to support the Fair Teacher Act.